Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you looked in the mirror not just to check your reflection, but to check your direction? To ask yourself, where am I going? Because if you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like you're just spinning your wheels in the same old rut, then let me tell you something. It's time. Time to reset your life. Self-reflection is the first and most critical step in resetting your life. It's not just about glancing at your situation and acknowledging that something feels off. It's about digging deep, peeling back the layers, and asking yourself the tough, sometimes uncomfortable questions. Who am I? What do I truly want? Am I living in alignment with my values, or am I chasing something that no longer fulfills me? These are not questions you can answer in passing. They require stillness, focus, and honesty. Think about it. How often do we rush through life, consumed by the noise of daily responsibilities, deadlines, and distractions? We get so caught up in the momentum that we rarely pause to consider whether the path we're on is even the right one. We might feel stuck, frustrated, or uninspired, but instead of addressing it, we convince ourselves to keep going, hoping things will somehow fall into place. But here's the truth. Things don't just fall into place without intention. Without self-reflection, you're driving through life with a foggy windshield, hoping to end up at the right destination. Taking time to reflect is like cleaning that windshield that allows you to see clearly again. It's about pressing pause on the autopilot and regaining control of your direction. It requires courage because, let's be honest, self-reflection isn't always comfortable. It means confronting the areas where you've been settling for less, admitting where you've let fear hold you back, and recognizing the patterns that no longer serve you. But it's in this discomfort that transformation begins. When you truly reflect, you start to identify the gaps between where you are and where you want to be. You see the habits that are keeping you stagnant and the excuses that have been holding you back. You begin to recognize the people, situations, or mindsets that are draining your energy instead of fueling your growth. Self-reflection is like holding up a mirror to your life, not the curated version you present to the world, but the raw, unfiltered truth. But here's the beautiful part. Reflection isn't about judging yourself. It's about understanding yourself. It's not about dwelling on mistakes or failures. It's about learning from them. It's about recognizing that every misstep, every setback has brought you valuable lessons and growth. When you reflect with compassion, you give yourself permission to move forward without carrying the weight of regret or self-doubt. Self-reflection also connects you to your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? What motivates you? What drives you? Without understanding your why, you risk chasing goals that don't align with your purpose. You risk spending your time and energy climbing a ladder that's leaning against the wrong wall. Reflection helps you recalibrate, ensuring that your actions and choices are moving you closer to a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. So how do you start? Begin by creating space for stillness. In a world that's always moving, it's essential to find moments of quiet where you can truly tune into yourself. Journal, meditate, or simply sit with your thoughts. Ask yourself questions that challenge you. What makes me happy? What am I avoiding? What legacy do I want to leave behind? Don't rush the answers. Let them come to you gradually, naturally. Remember, self-reflection is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. As you grow and evolve, your goals and priorities may change, and that's okay. What matters is that you stay connected to yourself, checking in regularly to ensure you're living with intention and purpose. When you commit to self-reflection, you take the first and most powerful step toward resetting your life. You stop living reactively and start living deliberately. You reclaim your power, your clarity, and your vision for the future. Because before you can chart a new course, you must first understand where you stand. And that begins with you. Struggles are not the end of your story. They are the training grounds where you build the strength, resilience, and wisdom to create a better future. It's easy to see struggles as roadblocks, as moments that hold you back or knock you down. But the truth is, those very challenges are shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for what lies ahead. They are not there to define you by your limitations. They are there to refine you into the person you are meant to become. Life isn't smooth sailing for anyone. Everyone has moments of pain, failure, and disappointment. What separates those who grow and thrive from those who stay stuck is how they view their struggles. If you see challenges as insurmountable barriers, you'll give up before you even try. But if you choose to see them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and rise, you'll uncover a strength you didn't even know you had. Think about it. Diamonds are created under pressure. Steel is forged in fire. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most inspiring leaders, they didn't reach their heights without struggle. Their journeys were marked by setbacks, failures, and hardships, but they used those moments as fuel to push forward. They didn't let struggles break them. They let struggles build them. But let's be real, when you're in the middle of a struggle, It doesn't always feel like a blessing. It's tough, it's exhausting, and it can feel never-ending. In those moments, it's important to remind yourself that pain is temporary, but the lessons you gain from it are permanent. Every struggle you face has something to teach you, whether it's patience, perseverance, self-awareness, or the ability to let go of things you can't control. Struggles also force you to reevaluate your priorities and your path. Sometimes the challenges you face are life's way of steering you in a different direction. Maybe the setback you're experiencing is pushing you to consider a new approach, to take a risk you've been avoiding, or to finally pursue something that truly matters to you. Struggles have a way of stripping away the unnecessary, leaving you with a clearer vision of what's important. Here's another truth. Struggles reveal your strength. You don't know how strong you are until you're tested. It's in those moments of adversity that you discover your resilience, your courage, and your capacity to overcome. You learn that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. And once you've overcome one struggle, you carry that strength with you into the next challenge, building a foundation of confidence and fortitude. Struggles also have a way of connecting us to others. When you face difficulties, you often realize you're not alone. There are others who have walked a similar path, who understand what you're going through, and who can offer support and guidance. Sharing your struggles, being vulnerable, and seeking help can lead to deep, meaningful connections that remind you that you don't have to face life's challenges alone. But let me be clear, overcoming struggles doesn't mean ignoring or minimizing the pain. It's okay to feel hurt, frustrated, or even defeated at times. What matters is that you don't stay in that place. Acknowledge the pain, but don't let it consume you. Choose to focus on what you can control: your attitude, your effort, and your perspective. Ultimately, struggles are a part of life, but they are not the entirety of life. They are chapters in your story, not the whole book. And how those chapters end is up to you. Will you let them define you? Or will you use them as stepping stones to something greater? When you embrace struggles as opportunities to grow, you stop seeing them as obstacles and start seeing them as necessary parts of your journey. You recognize that each challenge you face is equipping you with the tools, strength, and wisdom you need to step into the next chapter of your life with confidence and purpose. Remember, the greatest growth often comes from the greatest challenges. Struggles aren't the end, they're just the beginning of something extraordinary. Resetting your life doesn't mean erasing everything and starting from scratch. It's not about throwing away your past or pretending your journey so far didn't happen. Instead, resetting is about realignment, taking everything you've learned, all the experiences that have shaped you, and using them as a foundation to build a better, more purposeful future. It's about recognizing what's working, letting go of what isn't, and choosing to move forward with clarity and intention. Think of your life as a compass. Over time, it's easy for that compass to drift off course. Maybe you've been pulled in too many directions, worn down by external pressures or distractions. Maybe you've lost sight of your true north, the purpose or vision that once drove you. Resetting is about recalibrating that compass. It's about reconnecting with your values, passions, and goals to ensure the path you're on aligns with who you truly are and where you want to go. But let's be clear, realignment requires effort. It's not something that happens passively. It begins with taking stock of your life and asking yourself, what's serving me and what's holding me back? It's about identifying the habits, relationships, and routines that contribute to your growth, while also recognizing the ones that drain your energy or keep you stagnant. This kind of honest evaluation isn't always easy. It means being willing to let go of what's familiar, even if it feels safe or comfortable, in order to create space for something better. Realignment also means being willing to challenge the stories you tell yourself. How often do we hold on to beliefs like, I've come this far, I can't change now, or it's too late for me to start over? These narratives can trap you in a cycle of inaction and self-doubt. Resetting your life is about breaking free from those limiting beliefs. It's about realizing that growth is a lifelong process, and it's never too late to make a change. When you reset, you're not discarding your past, you're building on it. Every experience, even the painful ones, has given you tools and lessons that you can use to move forward. The mistakes you made have taught you resilience. The challenges you faced have revealed your strength. The failures you've endured have shown you what doesn't work, paving the way for you to discover what does. Realignment means taking all of this wisdom and channeling it into a clearer, more purposeful direction. This process isn't just about making external changes like switching jobs or moving to a new city. Realignment starts from within. It's about shifting your mindset, redefining your priorities, and committing to living a life that feels authentic and meaningful to you. It's about choosing to stop living on autopilot and start living deliberately. Resetting also requires patience. Realignment isn't something you can rush. It's a gradual process of peeling back the layers, uncovering what truly matters, and making intentional choices that reflect your values. There will be moments of uncertainty, moments when it feels like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But that's okay. Growth is rarely linear, and progress isn't measured by perfection, by external pressures or distractions. The beauty of realignment is that it empowers you to take control of your story. You stop being a passive participant in your life and start becoming the author of your future. You reclaim your power, your voice, and your vision. And with each step you take, you get closer to living a life that feels aligned with your true self. So don't be afraid to reset. Don't be afraid to let go of what no longer serves you or to embrace change even when it feels uncomfortable. Realignment isn't about running away from your past. It's about honoring it, learning from it, and using it as a springboard to create the life you deserve. The power to reset your life is already within you. All it takes is the courage to start. Purpose is the foundation of a meaningful life. It is the driving force that keeps you grounded when the storms of life hit, and the guiding light that helps you navigate through uncertainty. Resetting your life is not just about making changes for the sake of change. It's about reconnecting with your purpose, the why that fuels everything you do. Without purpose, even the most significant achievements can feel hollow, while even the smallest steps forward, when aligned with your purpose, can feel deeply fulfilling. Finding and reconnecting with your purpose starts with asking yourself some profound questions. What truly matters to me? What brings me joy, fulfillment, and a sense of accomplishment? What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? These aren't questions you answer in a single moment. They require introspection, honesty, and patience. Purpose isn't something you discover once and then forget about. It's something you uncover layer by layer as you grow and evolve. When you're aligned with your purpose, life takes on a new level of clarity. Decisions become easier because you have a clear filter through which to view them. Does this action, this opportunity, this path align with my purpose? If the answer is no, you know it's not worth your time or energy. If the answer is yes, you can move forward with confidence, knowing you're investing in something meaningful. Purpose gives you direction, a sense of focus that keeps you from being pulled in 100 different directions by external pressures or distractions. But purpose is not just about what you do, it's about who you are. It's not confined to your career or your accomplishments. Purpose is woven into how you treat others, how you show up in the world, and how you make a difference, no matter how big or small. It's the impact you have on the lives around you, the values you stand for, and the way you choose to live. You don't have to save the world to live a purposeful life. Sometimes purpose is found in the quiet moments, in the relationships you nurture, or in the small but meaningful ways you contribute to your community. One of the most empowering aspects of purpose is that it's unique to you. No one else has your exact combination of talents, experiences, and passions. This means no one else can fulfill your purpose but you. That's why comparing yourself to others is not only unproductive, but also unnecessary. Their journey is theirs, yours is yours. When you focus on your purpose, you stop measuring success by external standards and start defining it on your own terms. Of course, reconnecting with your purpose isn't always easy, especially if you've drifted away from it over time. Maybe you've been so caught up in meeting other people's expectations or chasing goals that no longer resonate with you that you've lost sight of what truly matters. That's okay. Resetting your life is your chance to come back to yourself, to strip away the noise and reconnect with what makes you feel alive. To rediscover your purpose, pay attention to the things that ignite a spark within you. What activities make you lose track of time? What conversations leave you feeling energized and inspired? What problems do you feel compelled to solve or contribute to? Purpose often reveals itself in these moments of passion and flow. Living a purposeful life doesn't mean you'll never face challenges or setbacks, but when you're aligned with your purpose, even the difficulties feel worthwhile because you know they're part of a larger, meaningful journey. Purpose gives you the resilience to keep going, the courage to take risks, and the determination to overcome obstacles. It reminds you that every step, no matter how small, is contributing to something greater. So, as you reset your life, let purpose be your compass. Use it to guide your decisions, shape your goals, and inspire your actions. Because when you live in alignment with your purpose, you're not just existing, you're truly living. And that is the greatest reset of all. Resetting your life is not just a matter of reflection or intention, it's about action. Change demands effort, commitment, and often sacrifice. You can't wish your way into a new chapter. You have to work for it. And that work involves making tough choices, stepping outside your comfort zone, and being willing to let go of what no longer serves you, even if it feels familiar or safe. The truth is, growth and comfort cannot coexist. If you're truly committed to resetting your life, you must embrace discomfort. It's tempting to cling to the routines and habits you've built over time, even when they're not taking you where you want to go. Familiarity feels secure, but security without progress is a trap. Staying in the same place, doing the same things, and expecting different results will only keep you stuck. To reset, you have to be willing to disrupt the status quo. One of the first sacrifices you may need to make is your relationship with excuses. It's easy to say, I don't have time, I'm too tired, or it's just not the right moment. But let me tell you something, the perfect moment doesn't exist. There will always be reasons to wait, but the longer you wait, the more you delay your own progress. Taking action means stepping up despite the excuses, despite the fears, and despite the doubts that creep into your mind. Sacrifice also means reevaluating how you spend your time and energy. Resetting your life may require you to let go of certain activities, commitments, or even relationships that drain you or hold you back. This isn't always easy. Sometimes it means walking away from people or environments that feel comfortable, but are ultimately toxic or unproductive. It can be painful to leave behind what you've outgrown, but holding on to those things will only weigh you down as you try to move forward. Change also demands persistence. It's not enough to take action once or twice and then give up when things get hard. Real transformation takes time, and the road won't always be smooth. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments when you question whether the effort is worth it, but this is where sacrifice becomes a strength. By staying disciplined and committed to your vision, you prove to yourself that you're capable of overcoming obstacles. Each small step forward builds momentum, and over time, those steps add up to meaningful progress. Another form of sacrifice is the need to confront your fears. Resetting your life often means stepping into the unknown, and that can be terrifying. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of change itself can all hold you back if you let them. But fear is not a signal to stop. It's a signal to grow. Every time you face a fear and move through it, you expand your comfort zone and build the courage to take on even bigger challenges. Sacrifice also means being patient with the process. In a world that glorifies instant results, it's easy to get discouraged when progress feels slow. But meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. Resetting your life is about creating sustainable habits and building a foundation for long-term growth. This requires persistence, patience, and the willingness to celebrate small victories along the way. Finally, resetting your life means sacrificing old identities and stepping into a new version of yourself. Sometimes, the hardest thing to let go of is the image of who you've been, but growth requires reinvention. You are not the same person you were yesterday, and that's a good thing. Embrace the evolution. Be willing to let go of labels, expectations, and self-imposed limitations that no longer fit who you are becoming. Change is never easy, but it's always worth it. The sacrifices you make today will pave the way for the life you deserve tomorrow. By taking intentional action, staying disciplined, and embracing the discomfort of growth, you will not only reset your life, but elevate it to a level you never thought possible. The power is in your hands, and the time is now. When you reset your life, it's easy to get caught up in the idea of a grand, sweeping transformation. But real, lasting change isn't about sudden, monumental shifts. It's built on small, consistent steps that compound over time. Progress, no matter how slow or subtle, is still progress. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. Every little action you take toward your goals, no matter how insignificant it seems, is a victory worth celebrating. Too often, people focus on the end result and overlook the journey. They want instant success, immediate results, and a clear destination. But resetting your life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. The process requires patience and a willingness to embrace gradual improvement. Every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to the life you envision. It's important to remember that even the tallest mountains are climbed one step at a time. Celebrating small wins is more than just a motivational tactic. It's a way to reinforce positive habits and build momentum. When you acknowledge your progress, you remind yourself that your efforts matter. It's not about waiting until you've reached the finish line to feel proud. It's about recognizing every milestone along the way. Whether it's waking up earlier, completing a task, or simply choosing a better attitude, these small victories deserve your attention and appreciation. Small steps are also crucial because they make big goals feel manageable. When you're staring down a massive life change, it can feel overwhelming and paralyzing. But when you break it down into smaller, actionable steps, it becomes achievable. Instead of focusing on the entire journey, focus on what you can do today. What's one thing you can accomplish right now that will move you closer to your goal? When you take it step by step, the impossible starts to feel possible. It's also essential to give yourself grace during this process. Progress is rarely linear. There will be setbacks, plateaus, and moments when it feels like you're not moving at all. But those moments don't define your journey. What matters is your ability to keep going even when it's hard. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience and determination. Remember, resetting your life isn't just about external changes, it's about internal growth. The small steps you take might not always be visible to others, but they're building a stronger, more capable version of you. Each time you step out of your comfort zone, practice self-discipline, or make a positive choice, you're laying the foundation for a better future. These small, consistent actions may not seem significant in the moment, but they have the power to transform your life over time. Another benefit of small steps is that they allow you to adapt and learn as you go. When you take gradual action, you have the opportunity to reflect on what's working and what isn't. You can course correct, refine your approach, and ensure you're moving in the right direction. This flexibility is key to creating lasting change because it allows you to grow and evolve with the process. Celebrating small steps also helps cultivate a mindset of gratitude. It shifts your focus from what you haven't achieved yet to what you're actively working toward. Gratitude for your progress, no matter how incremental, keeps you motivated and reminds you of how far you've come. It's a reminder that every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. Ultimately, resetting your life is a journey of 1,000 small steps. Each one matters. Each one is a choice to invest in yourself and your future. By embracing the process, celebrating your progress, and committing to consistent action, you build a life that reflects your goals, values, and dreams. So, take that first step today. Then take another tomorrow. And celebrate every single one, because together, those steps will lead you to a place of transformation, fulfillment, and purpose. In life, there comes a time when you have to stop, reflect, and ask yourself if the path you're on is truly the one meant for you. Resetting your life is not a sign of failure, it's a bold declaration of growth, resilience, and self-respect. It's about facing struggles not as obstacles, but as stepping stones, realigning your compass to rediscover your purpose, and taking the courageous steps to move forward. It's about the sacrifices you make, the fears you confront, and the small victories you celebrate along the way. The power to reset your life is already within you. It's in the choices you make each day, the perspective you choose to adopt, and the actions you're willing to take. This journey isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about owning your story, learning from your past, and stepping boldly into the future with clarity and purpose. Remember, life isn't a straight line, and it's never too late to rewrite your narrative. The struggles you face today are shaping you for tomorrow. The sacrifices you make now are clearing the path for a better version of yourself. And every small step you take, no matter how insignificant it seems, is bringing you closer to the life you deserve. So, take that step. Reset. Refocus. Reignite your passion and purpose. The time to reset your life isn't someday, it's today. You have the strength, the courage, and the power to create a life that truly reflects the person you are and the dreams you hold. The question is, are you ready to begin?